Okay, welcome back. According to the American Cancer Society, an estimated 13,500 new cases of colon and rectal cancer will be diagnosed in America this year, and all of them under the age of 50.
This startling reality has scientists wondering why, and more importantly, why are the number of colon cancers in older adults declining? Here to shed some light on these facts is Dr. Lynn O'Connor. Welcome.
Thank you.
So nice
Hi,
to
Dr.
have
O'Connor.
you here.
How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
So what can people do to help prevent cancer? Let's jump right into that.
Well, the most important thing is you are what you eat. And first of
Okay.
all, having a healthy diet with lots of fruits, vegetables, fiber, water, that's going to be key. Exercise is also very important to have that because we become a really sedentary type of people. You know, we're not out, we're not exercising. So those things are going to be important as well. Smoking cessation is key, and moderation of alcohol intake or some of the
Yes.
other quote-unquote vices. But the other thing that's going to be really important is screening. Screening for colon rectal cancer is going to be the major thing that's actually going to help prevent that because we'll be able to identify polyps at an earlier stage before they've even progressed to become a colon cancer. So if patients are very aware of the need for screening and also being aware of the symptoms that they might see or might be experiencing that can click that they may need to have something done.
And how does vitamin D play into the equation?
Well, you know, vitamin D, it's something that's a little bit unknown, but early epidemiologic studies have shown that people who live in southern latitudes had lower incidence and death rates of colon cancer. So they thought it had to be something to do with the ultraviolet light from the sun, which produces vitamin D.
Right.
But that vitamin D is important because it's thought to actually stimulate cell death from the cancer cells and decrease cell growth of those cancer cells.
Oh, wow.
So the more exposure you get to vitamin D from sunlight or for some of your foods like the fatty fishes and eggs, that will help with that as well too.
And are there certain groups of people that are maybe higher risk than others?
Absolutely, absolutely. African Americans unfortunately have a higher risk of having colon cancer and rectal cancer. Stage for stage, African Americans are diagnosed at advanced stages. And it's not necessarily sure what could be the cause, but it could be socioeconomic status, it could be the fact of lower access to health care, health disparities, but those folks are the ones who actually recommended to be screened at 45 rather than the average age of 50.
So why are the older generation, why are they, it sounds like they're better prepared for it than the younger, why are more people dying younger than the older population?
You know, those rates are really alarming, and I'm seeing that in my practice as well. And I think what's happening is the older generation has they've gotten the message that they need to be screened. But this obesity epidemic is hitting the younger generations. They're on their laptops, they're on their iPads, they're sedentary, they're not getting out. Exactly, exactly. You know, there's more antibiotics and pesticides in our diet. We're not really sure how our body's going to receive that and break that down. So, you know, and the other thing is when you have symptoms, commonly like rectal bleeding, rectal pain, change in bowel habits, change in the consistency of the diet, weight loss, it's not really thought of in a younger generation. So those folks are not being diagnosed and they're not getting screened. So that's one of the things that's contributing to that, and it's very alarming.
Wow.
It is.
So what attracted you to surgery then?
Well, you know what? I wanted to do something that had a preventative aspect as well as a curative aspect. So right here now, talking about colon cancer, talking about rectal cancer, getting the word out, educating folks is something that's extremely preventative. And then, unfortunately, if you do have the problem, I'm the one who's going to be able to take care of it. And it's gratifying that someone comes into the operating room, we've got a colon cancer, we've got a rectal cancer, we're operating, when they leave, that cancer's gone.
And so what would you tell young women who want to follow in your footsteps?
I would tell them, most importantly, stay true and fast to your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you no. There aren't any boundaries. Don't put limits on yourself. If there's something that you want to do and something that you want to achieve, you can do it. Just get rid of the distractions and do the things that are going to help you achieve your career. Because so many times, if I had $1 for every person who told me I wasn't going to be a surgeon, or you know, to do something else, or to go home and bake cookies, or you're really a surgeon, you don't look like a surgeon, you don't act like a surgeon, you know. So it's really important to let girls know very early on that they're able, that they can,
Right.
and to believe in
I
themselves.
love that. They're
Dr.
able and they
O'Connor, it's
can.
been amazing having you here. Thank you so
Yes.
much for shedding the light on
Thank
cancer.
you. You're more
And
than
hopefully we can
welcome.
save more lives, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thank you again.
You got it.
Okay, guys, from colon cancer to one of the world's cruelest, most unpredictable, and devastating disease.
Ahead, we disclose the mystery of lupus and find out what is being done to help lead the fight to improve the quality of life for those struggling with this crippling disease.